Good night, everybody. In this opportunity, I want to talk about a controversial issue as the immigrant, and in this case, about Donald Trump and the immigrants. But first, I want to talk about who is Donald Trump. As all we know, Donald Trump is a billionaire businessman who has supported different presidential candidatures for several years, and now is a presidential candidate from the Republican Party. He is one of the most controversial characters in the United States politics and social life. In their statements, Trump has made a series of statements according to the topic that I'm talking about, and against the million of immigrants who live in America in this moment. As I said before, Trump is a presidential candidate for the Republican Party, and the slogan of his campaign is "We are going to make our country great again." So, in this case, he raised a number of proposals according to the topic about the immigrants, legal or illegal immigrants in America. In the first place, he wants to build a bigger, better, and stronger wall who divides United States from Mexico to avoid for the enter of illegal immigrants, as he said, under around the wall. But I think that isn't a solution, because as we know, in this place exists a problematic of violence. A lot of people died in the desert, and the policemen shoot the immigrants, illegal immigrants. Several cases that people dead in the desert without food, without water. So if he built that wall, that real wall, as he said, could be a bigger problem. Increase the violence, that increase the poverty, the social, I don't know how to say that, the social separation. So it's like a dream, but not like a good dream. It's like a nightmare. So, and also it's unreal. It's impossible. In the second place, he described himself as a real fixer, who is opposed and against the politic that existed before. Several years ago, he has a issue according to the nationality of the President Obama, about the nationality of the president. So he isn't a real fixer. He is an old man who has a different point of view about the life. He's a rich man. He has a lot of power, not only in the United States. It's a power in a global way. So it's a public character, but it's an insane character. So he can't be a real fixer. It's a real dreamer. It's a real nightmare. Really. Okay. And he has a proposal who is to make a door on the wall who permit the access to the immigrants to America for a legal way. But it's like impossible, because it's a lot of people who want to go to America to get the American dream, to get money, to get a better lifestyle, because it's a fact that the American dream exists, and many people go there to work hard to get a little of money, to get a better life. So if he increased the control, okay, it's a good way for the legal immigrants, but for the illegal who lives in a poverty place, on a poverty situation, it's hard, and it could be a lot of murder and death and things like that. And finally, he said that he wants to hide immigrants to do the things that America citizens want to do. So I think that is a lack of respect, because it's like a hiding someone to do the things that you don't want to do. So it's the same situation, because you have a period of time for work there, to do the best of you there, and come back to your country with a little bit of money that disappeared fast. It's the same situation. So I don't know, it's like he wants to have a housekeeper, maybe a cheaper housekeeper, because we all know that it's cheaper to hide an immigrant, an illegal immigrant, than an American or a legal immigrant, because they has no law, no contract, and they work just for money or for food, and isn't a big quantity of money. So I'm against Donald Trump, because I think that isn't like a dictator. I don't know, because it's a man who wants to live in a world, in a perfect world, according his needs, but not the real needs. Immigrants, Latino immigrants, Chinese immigrants are the majority of the population of America. And if he creates a barrier, he has problem, economical problem, social, political, because America is potential. It's one of the most important countries in this moment. So if he build a barrier, the situation, the global situation, is critical for all of us. So I don't want him in the presidential of America. So I hope that he don't win the election. So that's all. That's my opinion, and thank you for listening to me.